Greetings and welcome to the Astronomy Picture of the Day podcast. Today's picture for March 1st of 2025 is titled Blue Ghost to the Moon. So what do we see here? Well, here we see the blue ghost lander up above at the top of the image, and we see the surface of our moon down below. So this is scheduled to touch down tomorrow on March the 2nd at 3:30 in the morning Eastern time in the United States, and is going to be studying a certain portion of the moon in the Mare Crisium area. And the idea to study it is to spend about 2 weeks studying the moon. And that's because that is the time of lunar daylight. A lunar day is about a month long, and that would be about 2 weeks of daylight followed by 2 weeks of darkness. So it is very difficult for craft on the surface of the moon to be there for more than that 2 weeks. If you land just as the day is starting, you've got about 2 weeks before the sun sets. Now, why is that so important? Well, energy provided for most of these craft by solar panels. So you need that solar energy panel, and it's very difficult. You have to hibernate then for 2 weeks and hope you can wake the craft back up from that very long dark night that occurred on the moon during the lunar nighttime. So it's a little bit different than sending a rover to Mars, which has a day much closer to Earth's. Now, this is also a part of the Artemis mission, which is going to be eventually returning astronauts to the moon for the first time since 1972, when Apollo 17 left the moon. So it's been that long since humans have set foot on our moon. But that is coming up again, hopefully within the next few years, as the first Artemis mission is done and a second one is planned within the next year or two. And then a third one beyond that would be the one that actually takes humans back to the moon. So in order to do that, studying various different areas, and this will be a robotic lander that will land and touch down to study an area on the near side of the moon. And again, it's all part of this whole same mission to really bring back more science and studying of the moon to learn more about it. Because at this point, the only areas we've really studied up close are those ones that the Apollo astronauts visited. And that was 6 relatively small regions on the surface of the moon. The first couple, very little exploration beyond the distance around the lunar lander itself. And the later ones did have a rover that allowed them to travel a little bit farther away. But still, only those small areas of the moon have really been studied in great detail. So other areas in preparation for future human landings on the moon are being worked on here, and the Blue Ghost, scheduled to touch down tomorrow morning, is one part of that overall mission. So that was our picture of the day for March 1st of 2025. It was titled Blue Ghost to the Moon. We'll be back again tomorrow for the next picture, previewed to be light and sound. So we'll see what that is about tomorrow. And until then, have a great day, everyone, and I will see you in class.